marvellous. So these are the books from Foundling Press, a small press run by Jim McHugh, based out of Oxford. Some absolutely marvellous stuff on this list. This is T.S. Eliot's prose dialogue, Eardrop and Appleplex. Never before printed in a single volume. Very, very handsome, beautifully set, as you can see. The really good thing about all these Foundling Press books is the very, very high production values that you see right through them. Here's the letters between A.E. Houseman and Pollard, closing with the single tipped-in letter, one of the saddest letters in literary history. I love this beautiful piece of writing. Henry James's letters to the editor of the TLS, again, never before collected as far as I know, marvellously done, beautifully set. This cover looks, of course, like it's an enlargement. In fact, this is the actual size of James's handwriting. He wrote on A3 sheets, I believe, in ludicrous, what would have been size 18 point. This is a mask by Ben Jonson, never before printed, newly discovered in 2013, I believe. Of course, they wanted to do something a bit special with the publication, so it's done with illustrations from David Gentleman. Very, very handsomely done. And a marvellous piece of writing, much better than you might expect. Thomas Urquhart's Epigrams. Urquhart, I'm sure you know as the translator of Rabelais. Maybe the best British translator of the 17th century. I think the best British translator, full stop, is Rabelais is hilarious, an improvement in many ways on the original. And lastly, and my absolute favourite, the poems of Clement Payman, the great English Civil War poet, never printed in his lifetime, never printed since. This is a first printing of his poems, and it is done as it would have been done in his lifetime. The text newly set, not a reproduction, and as it isn't a reproduction, it can take on a 21st century apparatus. Notes here, references done in the correct manner. Bound in vellum, absolutely beautiful piece of kit. Run it against your cheek and you can feel the fibres of the vellum. And on the spine here, the calligraphy work. And Jim told me as he watched the vellum being scraped down to produce this, he told me that he thought it had been done many times before, but it won't be done many times again.
Yeah.
And so that's the Foundling Press stuff.
And you keep those in the strong room then?
We do indeed. We do indeed. We're not keen on them, on people walking off with them. They've got to be kept somewhere.
And John, can you tell us where we are?
We're in the London Review Bookshop, 14 Berry Place, which is in Bloomsbury. If you spin the thing around and you see the marvellous poetry section here, you see science, psychology doubtless, philosophy, essays. There's a great amount of stuff. We're good on odd books, unusual titles, rare stuff. Do drop in. Speak to any of us. We all know what we've got. And it's always a pleasure to show people the jolly stuff.
And it's a good thing to support, as opposed to giving Jeff Bezos even more money.
Very much so, very much so. He doesn't need any more money. He doesn't know how to spend what he's got. And he treats the fellas in the warehouse so atrociously.
Yeah.
In fact, he treats them very poorly.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very